What is up, YouTube? This is your girl, Killer Rose. I am back at the gym. It was a long weekend, but I'm here. Um, been eating a lot. Obviously, I, ate some pasta. Plenty of leftovers. I was binge eating for the most part. But besides all that, I just, I'm just want to give out, just a few updates. Um, Nothing major. Just wanted to share that I have now a Twitter account, and I also have for streaming content besides Twitch, right? I got myself into Kick, so I'm not sure when I'm gonna start doing that, but I will let you guys know when and where I'm gonna have to, how I'm gonna do this, right? Because I don't know. It's gonna be weird, trying to know how to set things up and stuff like that. But there you go. I'm definitely gonna try and and do stuff like that. Try to live stream, right, and get it going. But it's gonna take some time, obviously, to get things started. But with that being said, yeah, I do have Twitter. I will post it up, that way you guys can follow me. I love to share memes. Trust me, I love to share memes and new things that I've never seen and that I think it's funny. Now, I mean, I get it. Not everyone has the same sense of humor, but I mean, and if they do, then great. But if they, if people don't, they don't. Everyone's different, right? So, for me, I when I see something and I think it's funny, I like to post it. And yeah, it's actually going at a very good start. Just it's gonna take some time, for me to get comfortable. Only because I actually have it as, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I put my first name, which is my government name, on it. And you would know what to call me besides Rose, okay? But that is my brand name, That's just how I like to do it, and set it up that way. And eventually, I know some people say that that I might make it, in the future, which I'm not downing that, I'm in any way. But if it comes to a point where I am well known, and let's say, for instance, I don't know, let's say I have a huge following, and for some reason it gets to the point where it's affecting my work life. Now, that's a lot of people don't know about actually growing a channel. And now, I do it because I love this. I love making new content every single day. I love showing the person that I am. Love sharing music. I haven't shared movies, my personal faves. Sorry guys, my hand grip was slipping there. I don't just wanted to hold this camera still, but it's not just showing who I am, but it's basically showing, like, hopefully that's not copyrighted. It's just a song, but it is, it's not showing who I am, but what I am as a person. I love sharing things, and I just love music, and I just thought I should share it, just out of expression, right? I give out, sad songs, or not sad songs, but sometimes, people can interpret it as, as sad, indie music, whatever, you call it what it is. And I just wanted to just create, to create, you know, like live streaming videos. I mean, I would export them in, you know, through Twitch, right? And then I would send it out to YouTube. That's just how it works, really. But you can do that in any I think any platform. I'm not sure, but that's how I love to do it. I love just creating videos, putting it out there, and yeah, I would definitely play Fortnite. Hopefully this thing of having VTO, you know, days off, right? All those stuff can get together, because what was it, yesterday there was an internet blackout. I'm like, thanks a lot, guys. Whoever just, I don't know, just managing the internet just needs to do a better job at managing the internet. I don't know. It's too complicated for my mind to understand. Yes, I am not a nerd. Jesus, that guy's freaking flying, you know, through this parking spot like that guy's worse than me. And I'm not saying that I go fast. I'm just saying that's dangerous. Imagine I was crossing, right? I would get hit by that truck. That's insane. I never seen what was it, a Jeep that looks like a, what was it? What was that? It is a small looking Jeep. It looks like a Wrangler. I think that's what it is. Jeep Wranglers, those tiny little box things that cost a fortune. Well, I mean, not like other cars, you know, but they are very expensive. Obviously, it is insane how much they cost. Yes, I wanted to have a Jeep Wrangler, trust me. But besides all that, right, I just wanted to share that I, you know, have other social media platforms that you can definitely find me, and trying to make it, you know, smooth as possible. I know, incognito mode, I guess I would say, but I'm, you know, not really. I mean, I just kind of like dimmed down a bit of social media a little bit, but because of this, I would rather have everyone not just follow me on YouTube, but to, you know, to follow me on not Twitter anymore, it's X, but I have my own opinions, but X, right? You can follow me there, and then yeah, I'm gonna try to find some other ways to be cool. I used to have a Pinterest account that I use it once in a while, but there is one moment where I was so upset. You have no idea how upset I was when I got a message from them that they removed some of the posts down, and it was like almost all of it, you know, because of unsafe or you know, like damaging things that can harm viewers or something like that. And I'm like, dude, I have that account since way back, I would probably say 2015, either 2015, like fresh out of college. I was young. I was like 18, 19 years old. I don't know when Pinterest came out, but that was way back in 2014, 2015. That was way, you know, my that's my oldest account that I had. And I mean, to, you know, to do all that, it was just uncalled for, and that's all I had to say. I was so upset because I mean, like, it wasn't even that bad of what I post, you know. Sometimes it was like motivational stuff, like, you know, not to yeah, okay, some context there was a little bit tense, but you know, for for someone, that was barely didn't have a job, just just got forced into college, right? Yes, I was forced in because my parents thought it was a good idea for me to start off that way, which I hated it. Okay, I was in a going for a degree that I didn't know what I was going for. And when I figured out that some of the classes, I mean, they were good classes, right? And I got to learn a lot, but they were just bullshit classes. And then some of the degrees that you have to take humanities for that degree. So, and it is insane. Imagine you are trying to be a CPA, you're trying to be a doctor, and now you have to have at least humanities to pass a college course, I guess, a term, and you have to align it with other classes that they have to give you. I call it bullshit classes that you do not need for a criteria that you're literally trying to learn for. I feel like that is a scam. Number one fucking scam. I'm sorry, but that's, for me, that's just the honest truth. And I love learning. I love actually being, productive and active with the stuff. And yes, I'm learning every single day, guys. I'm learning every single day for not only my mistakes, not only from other people's mistakes, but I am learning, and grasping things like, how can I change my routine? How can I change, something about my channel that can actually be a greatest impact? And some things are not great, but it could be better. And that's the whole point of this, guys, is that I'm trying to make a significant change for me to have a good channel. Not just because of one, simple thing that I have, but at least that I do care. That I don't just put content to create, For me, that's just like, it's more bland to create something than to actually think about it. Like, what is the future of my channel? Where do I want to go from this? It doesn't have to be your specific, channel that you run, but it can be a life-changing goal that can actually impact you in a good way. It's like, how many sets and reps do I need to accomplish my goal to cut down the weight, or bulk? I mean, I don't bulk, right? I love to cut weight and be shredded. That's just, I like to have an athletic look, but I'm not as passionate when it comes to bodybuilding or heavy lifting. I would rather have enough strength power to do something, but not to look like, like an actual man, right? Okay. And I'm just gonna leave it as that. I want to have a good physique where I can say, you know what, I came from a long run of having to deal with so many struggles in my life, but guess what, I finally did the goals that I set out to place, and I'm so happy. But now, because I met of those goals, how can I maintain that goal, that weight? And would I need to change sizes or or routines to better help myself with not only looking good, physically, but mentally and emotionally? How can I align it with my progress? I love running, and yes, there's so many good things about running, but there's a lot of things that you have to know, the cons, the bad side of things when you're long-term running or a runner. That's just how it is. You gotta learn from the good and from the bad. What is good for you and what is bad for you. If you drink so much water, yes, it is good to stay hydrated. What's not good is to drown yourself in water, because you can literally die from drinking too much water. And people have the misconception that it can make you lose weight. Working out, resting is the number one key to actually heal the progress that you're trying to make. And I don't know, the scientific stuff, they'll all explain it to you. I don't have a degree of working out, or like what are those guys called? I don't know. They know more about the human body, the human anatomy. I think that's what it is, right? Okay. And they can guarantee you of how there's other workouts for certain areas of the body that you don't normally use or know how to use. And instead of my biggest rant of all time, because I know I have plenty of these, it is definitely one of those things that you have to learn from yourself, and you have to ask these questions. No one's gonna tell you anything. You have to learn it from yourself. And it is one of the biggest and most challenging things that I have to learn as an adult, that no one is gonna be there for you. And now you have to put in the work that no one's gonna send out to you. And now if they're a good friend, they'll cheer you on, and they will be really happy. Now, in most cases in my life, the most unfortunate things, and I can see it and I can sense it, is that people will either try to I don't know, knock the dreams that or inspirations that you have. You feel like that you could sense that sort of, not jealousy, but envious characteristics that they have towards you. And it sucks. It does suck, and I see it in my family sometimes. They may not know it, that I know, but they do now. And yeah, I'm gonna be safe out here, because people are freaking driving like there's no tomorrow. Oh my god, it's the end of the world. If you're gonna, if I can't work out in a gym today, I feel like I won't work out again. This is everyone's mindset when it comes to driving here. Like, what is going on? Why are you driving so fast? Calm down. And you hear it, and freaking, cars having exhaust coming out of their cars. Like, oh my god, slow it down. You're fine. You can go as far as you want in a parking spot. I think I'll be okay, right? You can go as far as you want in a parking spot and walk to the destination that you want to walk. And you can walk as far as you can and get a workout at the same time. And guess what? Not only you go to the gym, right after, you have to walk back now. That is I don't know. I think that is a triple workout. If you ask me, if I ever gone to the gym and I felt like I, parked way far out, I'll be like, oh my god, why did I do this? But I was like, I'll probably be like, you know what? I know why I did this. I did it for me. I did it for, because I feel like I have an easier route all the time. All the time. Imagine if we have anything that we want, we wouldn't learn anything. We would have been selfish human beings if we would have gotten everything that we wanted in life without any sort of like progressiveness. Nothing. It would have, for me, it would have been boring. It wouldn't give me an intel of what my story is and what of a person I am. I wouldn't know who I was and how my story begins. Now, I feel like everyone's story begins at one point of their lives. Regardless of you being young or old, it is a story that you start with, a life-changing style that you put yourself in that you wouldn't normally do. And that's just what this video is about. I'm gonna leave this out here, guys. It's freaking late, and I know I'm gonna get home late, but it's okay. You know what? I'm gonna work hard. That's what I'm gonna do, because I was binge eating, and I do not want to go back to that thing again. I was so sad to lose all that progress, and I want to be able to make that comeback back to where I started, right? And I want to finish what I started. That's the hardest thing with me, guys. I cannot finish the things that I started, and that sucks. It really does. You know, it's discouraging. But anyways, this is the end, okay? And I'll definitely post a screenshot, I guess, of my X page, right? And definitely give you the kick information, so if you want to see my live stream, you will see it. And I had to schedule it, and I suck at scheduling. I really suck at it, so I do apologize, but you will see me eventually. All right. So have a good night. Next week, Halloween, you know, it's gonna be a surprise, but if you've seen my live stream, then you already know. If not, definitely the 31st, you'll see what character I'm in. Okay. All right, guys, see you guys later. Peace.